Hello students, today we are going to learn one article, that is Poisson's and Laplace's equation and their physical significance. For that we are considering this is experimental situation as this surface as known as generally Gaussian surface, and in that Gaussian surface enclosed surface S and bounding the volume V. The charged particle Q is at origin O and performing the motion along the electric intensity field vector E bar, and the small surface element ds bar is at point P. Therefore, exactly at the point P on this Gaussian surface, this electric intensity field vector E bar and surface element ds bar subtending an angle theta at P and OP bar is equal to R bar. With this experimental setup, one can have the equation for electric field intensity E bar equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R upon R cube equal to minus del phi. Equation number 1. The charge Q enclosed by the closed surface S bounding the volume V at point P is expressed by this equation 1 as E bar equal to minus del phi. If this ds bar is a small surface element at point P, then normal electric flux over ds is equal to E bar dot ds bar. With these two informations, we have to write the equation for total normal electric flux over the closed surface S. It is closed integral over the surface S is of E bar dot ds bar equal to closed integral over S Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into R dot ds bar upon R cube. With a combination of these two equations, we have to write Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 surface integral ds cos theta upon R square equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into surface integral of d omega. It is our equation number 2. In this equation 2, d omega is there. Now, what is d omega? D omega equal to ds cos theta upon R square. It is in mathematical form. What is its interpretation? D omega is nothing but the solid angle subtended by small surface element ds at the point O, which is shown at the center of this Gaussian surface here. Equation number 3. The solid angle subtended by, it is the solid angle subtended by a closed surface at any point inside is always equal to 4 pi. Hence, surface integral of d omega equal to surface integral E bar dot ds bar equal to Q upon 4 pi epsilon 0 into 4 pi equal to only Q upon epsilon 0. It is expressed by this equation number 3. Surface integral of d omega is only equal to 4 pi. Hence, the surface integral of E bar dot ds bar equal to Q upon epsilon 0. Since the solid angle subtended at the point P is equal to simply 4 pi. In this situation, if Q charges are distributed over the volume V shown here, over the volume V, with the charge density rho, then the charge Q in terms of charge density rho is given by equation 4 as Q equal to volume integral rho dV. Equation number 4. Applying Gauss divergence theorem to LHS of equation 3, we have surface integral equal to of E bar, surface integral of E bar dot ds bar is equal to volume integral of divergence of E bar dV. Hence, using equations 4 and 5, equation 3 becomes volume integral divergence of E bar dV is equal to volume integral rho upon epsilon 0 dV. Hence, volume integration of divergence of E bar minus rho upon epsilon 0 into dV equal to 0. Equation number 6. How it is possible? Because by applying Gauss divergence theorem, both integrals are coming into the same form as a volume integral. Hence, this modification is possible here. Now we move further. This equation 6 is true for any arbitrary volume V. Therefore, divergence of E bar minus rho upon epsilon 0 equal to 0 means divergence of E bar equal to rho upon epsilon 0. Equation number 7. This equation 7 is known as Gauss's law in electrostatics, which is mentioned here. Gauss's law in electrostatics, as divergence of rho E bar equal to rho upon epsilon 0. It is also known as the differential form of Gauss's law in electrostatics, as you know well, expressed in equation number 7. Since E bar equal to minus del phi as equation number 1 in the present article, we have to differentiate or taking divergence of both sides of this equation number 1. The next step will be taking the divergence of both sides of this equation number 1. Here that step is done here. Del of minus del phi equal to del dot E bar equal to rho upon epsilon 0. It is the combination of equation number 1 and 7 and taking divergence of both sides of equation number 1. Now the further step of this derivation is del square phi equal to minus rho upon epsilon 0 and it is equal to rho upon epsilon 0 in its modular form. It is expressed by equation number 8. Now this equation number 8, del square phi equal to rho upon epsilon 0, is known as Poisson's equation. This equation gives the nature of electric potential for a charge distribution. Electric potential for a charge distribution. But for free charge distribution, free charge region in electric field, rho is always equal to 0. Rho is always equal to 0. For that, equation number 8 takes the form as del square phi is equal to 0. It is equation number 9 and it is known as Laplace's equation. When RHS of this del square phi equal to 0, it is known as Laplace's equation. From this equation, that del square is known as Laplacian operator. Therefore, del square equal to dou 2 by dou x square plus dou 2 by dou y square plus dou 2 by dou z square in the rectangular coordinate system. It is the form of Laplacian operator as del square. In this article, we see the two equations as Poisson's equation del square phi equal to rho upon epsilon 0 in the charged region, whereas Laplacian equation as del square phi equal to 0, it is in charge free region in the presence of electric field. Okay, thank you. We will meet in the next lecture.